Hey guys, how you doing? It's Phineas. Hope you're doing well today. It's my favourite day today. It's Friday, and I'm having another healing reaction. I've told you once before that I am an idiot, and I'm going to tell you in a situation how I've been more of an idiot than I usually am. And so I started making my own kefir. Never knew how to pronounce that. Kefir. And so basically, I don't know if you can see there, my little grains are growing. Basically, I'll make a video on more about kefir at some point. But you basically stick some grains in a load of whole milk, and you basically leave for 2 days and then drink that bad boy, half a pint a day. And so I've been doing that for about 10 days, and I think it started working quite aggressively, and so I just kept on drinking it, which probably isn't the most advisable thing to do. But as you all know, I am an idiot, so excuse my wife's Union Jack and EU flags, by the way. They are nothing to do with me. I take them off here and put them away because I don't believe in national identity. Right, okay, so today I've got a good one for you again. Apart from my healing reaction going on, something is hitting me quite strongly at the moment, and it's a feeling that I've had before many times, and I'm sure you have as well. So the topic of this video is nobody understands me or you, and it is so true. If you start at the kind of top end of the scale about who doesn't get you, you're going to get the government, officials, doctors, that sort of thing. They really have no idea who anyone really is, actually. Then you come back down to strangers, people you meet in the street. They're not really going to understand you at all. Then you come down to friends, who probably get you a little bit more, but not completely, not really. Friends rarely see the real you. A lot of friendships are based on pack identity and hierarchy, and people are often scared to show themselves. If you're lucky enough to have best friends that you've grown up with since you were small and that you really can be very open with, then maybe. But a lot of friendships I find are based on a false reality. Then you have family. Interesting one. Do parents really get their kids completely? Probably more than most people, but again, you're kind of going to be judging the ego of children often. But often if you're lucky enough to have parents that do see through all that crap and do have the ability to see someone's heart and their true gifts, and if they bring out those true gifts in children, then great. So really, parents next, and I think then the last one is, if you haven't got children, then do try it. It's awesome but brutal. I think kids get you the most. Actually, my children get me the most because they're pure blank canvases, and they operate on a level of spirit until they start getting fed the crap like TV programming, the internet, iPads, distractions, school, education systems, drumming them in, strengthening their egos. Before all that, they're pure souls. They're creative, they're loving, they just want to feel love, and I believe they can feel you, your essence. They can also feel the other crap going on as well. If you're in an ego space a lot of the time, they're going to feel that. But kids are pure and they can feel you. But then they are still limited to what it's actually like to be you. Only you know what you go through, what you think, what you feel. No one else can do that. No one else knows what it's like to be you, the hurt you've been through, the confusion you feel, the need to conform, the possibly the fear of disapproval, non-acceptance from a pack mentality to society. It could be anything, whatever's you. It could be anger, it could be whatever. No one really gets you. They don't know what it's like to be you. And I've had this feeling very strongly in previous years when I've been through a lot of hurt myself, physical pain mainly, low energy, lots of spiritual stuff going on, being bombarded by spiritual energy that nobody could explain to me. Even went to stay in a monastery because I was scared it was the devil. Which I'm sure if there's a Jehovah's Witness watching, you probably will think it is the devil, but I'm telling you now, it isn't. It's divine energy all around us, and I'm lucky enough over time to have had an awakening and to be very sensitive to energy around me, which does get funky. I'm a little bit in the mind. I predict things that happen. Haven't finely tuned yet. I can feel other people's energy. I can see other people's energy. Lots of funky stuff going on, but I can't completely be open about that in society. I can't. There's only a few friends I can tell about that. Try and tell family and stuff, but it's just voodoo stuff. They just think it's madness. But it isn't. It's the world's changing and everyone's changing with it. And a lot of you are going to wake up. I have done nutritional balancing. I do practice that for clients that I want to work with also. That wakes people up, but nobody really understands what it's like to be you, what you're going through. And if you're doing healing and detoxification, that sort of thing, spiritual healing, detox, you'll be going through hell sometimes, and people just don't get that. They don't get it. We're all quite complicated, and you can't expect people to get that. I mean, I don't get other people. But there is a big but to this. There is one force that does get you. There's one body that does get you. And it's the one that made you. Divinity, God, the universe, Allah, Jehovah, whatever you want to call it, that loving energy, that divinity that is all around us is watching you constantly. And that, my friend, understands you the most. And it understands you 100% completely. Which is why you can't sort yourself out. Your ego cannot fix you. Divinity can. Which is why it's important to surrender those fears, those anxieties, ask it to God, to divinity, whatever you want to call it. It can see it and it can work on it, but you have to get the hell out of the way. Your ego has to be put aside in meditation or relaxation or whatever it is. And the title of this video might draw people who aren't interested in spirituality at all, because it's quite a common subject, people not getting you. And if that's the case, then watch my other videos, learn about life, learn about the direction the human race is going. It can be very useful for everybody. But God understands you, and if you surrender those fears to God, surrender the direction of your life to God, the creative intelligence, the only body that gets you, will start throwing things in your direction that will lead you on the right path back to divinity. That path might be a nutrition program, which I do. That path might be a new job. That path might be a new partner. That path might be a new partner. That path might be moving. Whatever. Hand it over. Again, I've done other videos on other meditation teachers like Joe Dispenza and other, Eckhart Tolle and many others that teach the act of surrender. Just surrender. That's the first act. And that's surrendering and that letting God have a look at you. That divine energy wants to clear you out. Wants to fix you. And so the true you comes forward, and the true you is exposed to the world. Not exposed, the true you is shining onto the world. So just get that when people don't get you and people get frustrated with you and you with other people. Just very difficult to understand anybody. And we all try our best in relationships. and being parents or being a child or having friends or having a job or meeting strangers in the street. Don't judge, because you don't know what it's like to be that person. Judgment makes you separate to God. Don't judge. Always give people a break. You never know what it's like to be them, whether it's pain, emotional, physical, or whatever they're going through. You don't know. You think you might, your ego thinks it does, and that's when judgment runs in. You don't know. So just take that with you, guys. Nobody understands you apart from that divine energy. Surrender to God. Come home. And your life will possibly take a new direction with new people. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, guys, that's me for today. I'm not going to drink any more kefir for a day, but as I say, me and my idiot actions that I do on a regular basis, which I'll talk more about in the future. I've done some nightmarish things with detoxification that I should never have done. So anyway, guys, if you like my videos, smash like. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. I'm going to be doing this for a long time, and I want as many people as possible to watch my videos because they will only help you in life. Okay, guys, have a good Friday. Speak to you soon. Have a good weekend. Love you all, and I will catch up with you soon. Bye for now.